Good afternoon, y'all. William with WBCP Enterprises here. Start out with a little bit of news. Uh, Netflix and other streaming services such as Hulu, YouTube, and YouTube TV are topping paid cable satellite companies such as Comcast, Frontier, Charter, or DirecTV. The costs associated with having the streaming services in comparison are a hell of a lot less, much less than the well-known television providers. But what I'm really here to talk to you about today is actually customer satisfaction. The American Customer Satisfaction Index, otherwise known as the ACSI. They recently started including streaming services in its annual report. And this report found a couple things, y'all. The streaming services scored an average out of 75 out of 100, while the more traditional television companies, such as the ones I've already previously mentioned, they actually scored a 62 out of 100. This report shows me that the streaming industry is here to stay, and the use of streaming services is increasing all the time. I know I personally use streaming services at my house. I know several people that have actually started doing that as well. The costs are much, much less. In fact, what I've heard is happening is some of the more commercial communication companies that offer both TV and internet, they've actually started putting restrictions on some of their streaming, and I expect more of that will come in the future. All right, guys, fun fact time. This gets me into my next topic for today. Movie quotes. Oh, I like it. So here's a quote. Listen up. Where we are going, we don't need roads. Again, where we are going, we don't need roads. What movie is this from? And here's a little personal hint. I've always gone back and forth between the various parts of this series of movies. So, did y'all hear that? I've always gone back and forth between the various parts of the series of this particular movie. All right, y'all. Here's my quote of the day. Y'all ready for this? Life always offers you a second chance. It's called tomorrow. And by the way, check out my new board. Y'all that join me on a regular basis, I like to toss it up in the air. It's taken a couple beatings over the last few videos, so we got a brand new board in action today. Brianna's still working on her penmanship. She done a great job today. We appreciate Brianna and all her help. I did have to take her to the doctor yesterday. She got a little bit of case of the strep throat, so we've been nursing that a little bit in between everything else we got going on. But here it is, y'all. Woo! All right. So remember, y'all, on the quote, life always offers you a second chance. It's called tomorrow. And what that means to me, so you remember, if you're having one of those days where you just can't seem to get anything to work out right, things are hitting you from every direction, sit back for a minute and then make sure you remember that tomorrow is another day. All right. So let's talk about some of my action I had this morning in the trade run. This morning, after getting up, checking the news on investing.com. And by the way, I always make sure that I check the news because I don't want to enter a market where there's a lot of news going on. News and win don't seem to go together too good, but news and lose, news lose, they go together a lot. So you stay away from the news. If you're in a market where there's news going on, stay out of there. Anyway, I began working on my charts and I found myself in the GBP market, which is Great British Pound. I took a position for about 26 bucks. I was able to close it out and settle it for around $43.75. So, hey, I picked up $17.75. All right. I actually took another position right back in the GBP market once again. I bought it on a trade for $76. I was able to close it out and settle it for $100. So, picked up another $24 right there real quick. So all in all, not a bad morning to start. Next stop, I decided to go hang out in Japan a little bit, and I went in and checked out the yen, and on the Japanese market, I took a position and closed out a trade for a profit around $18. So total pickup this morning was about $59. I had a couple other things going on today. I had to be at a meeting uptown, so I had to pretty much take the $59 I got this morning and call it a day. So not bad, not bad. All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the news on the streaming services. And please make sure you take part in today's trivia movie quote. Click on the screen. Stay tuned tomorrow. We'll have some more Fortnite news. And like, share, subscribe. I think my subscribers are hitting up to 44 right now. I need it to keep going up. So I appreciate all the support y'all are giving me. And remember, life always offers you a second chance. It's called tomorrow. Till next time, you know what time it is. Keep it between the lines. Thanks.